Hi there, it's me, Miss Britta. I am in the library in Miss Cindy's classroom right now, and I wanted to share this really cool book that I read the other day. It's called Elmore. It's by Hobbie. Here he is, Elmore. Elmore lived by himself in an ancient maple tree. He loved it there. Ancient is a word for very old. Every few days he would climb down the huge tree trunk as darkness fell to graze on his favorite leaves and twigs. Then back he would go to his snug hollow in the ancient tree. Elmore was solitary. He lived alone, and you would think he'd be used to that by now. But here's the thing. He often felt lonely. Solitude could be boring. He'd always had trouble making friends. What was the problem? After all, the L in Elmore's name, his mother once explained, stood for love. He put up a sign. There's his mom. He's thinking about her. And here's the sign. It says, "Friends Wanted." He was discouraged by what he overheard. "He's too prickly. It's hard to be around him." And those other animals are not sure. It doesn't sound very kind. Elmore shook his back and his quills rattled. It was true. If you got too close, you might get needled, nettled, prickled. Elmore didn't mean it. It just happened. He spent a rainy day holed up in the ancient tree, thinking about what to do. What could be done about his troublesome quills? They were there to protect him like a coat of armor, but protect him from what? Elmore's life was peaceful. He was lucky. I wonder what kind of problem solving he'll use. He's thinking about how to use his quills. The next day, his old uncle happened to come shuffling along past Elmore's tree. "Good morning, Elmore." A moment later, he said, "You don't seem your usual cheerful self. Is something wrong?" "I wish I didn't have all these quills," Elmore explained. "I'm too hard to be around. I have no friends." "I'm your friend," his uncle smiled. "That's different." "But you are a porcupine," his uncle stated emphatically. "You wouldn't be a porcupine without the quills." "I know," said Elmore. "I've got hundreds and thousands of them." "You're a handsome porcupine," his uncle added. "Your quills are beautiful. You should treasure them." His uncle's kind words made Elmore feel better. Then, as he looked at the many quills scattered about his cozy dwelling, he had an idea. Elmore tied up each small cluster of quills with a bit of string. He's going to find a purpose for those extra quills. He posted another sign. "Elmore Quill Pens, 100% real porcupine quills, free." Pens? I use pens. For 2 days they went like hotcakes. Everyone could enjoy a quill pen, especially if it was made from 100% real porcupine quills. And they were free, too. They could make ink from berries, Elmore suggested, which was extra fun. Everyone loves getting a note from a friend, he said as he handed out the bundles. By the time the last quill pens were gone, Elmore was tuckered out, but most of all, he was happy. Glad he's happy. It feels good to give things to people. In the days that followed, he received all kinds of notes. It was exciting. This one says, "We love our quill pens." This mole is writing one that says, "I love." I wonder what he loves. Oh, the raccoon and the mole are both really appreciating those quills. This note says, "This is a picture of us. Let's be pen pals." One bright morning after the quill event, there was a big sign tacked to the trunk of Elmore's tree. You are a beautiful porcupine. Our woods are lucky to have you. Your friends. The end. I really like how Elmore knew that he was sad. He was so sad because he was lonely. And instead of giving up, he got in his upstairs brain and he thought of a way to make friends. Sometimes it's tricky and uncomfortable to do things like that, but we can all learn how to do it. I hope you enjoyed this story.